with it, sir.
Okay.
You
Thank you,
know,
Mr. Evans. And I greet you. God bless you greatly for the good work you are doing.
thank you, sir.
I believe it's Mr. Alabo or it's Mr. Black Panther that we
Mr.
have there.
Bapata was first, but I have to allow you to go in.
Okay, thank you very
Since now,
much. So, Mr. Black Panther, thank you. God bless you greatly. And Mommy Diaspora, good evening, man. God bless you greatly. And God will continue to strengthen and uphold you. And all my fellow commenters and callers, I greet you all. God bless you all greatly. You are welcome. You see, I just quickly want to make one, just to place it, just to set the record straight for people to know, the last caller was spoken. But with respect to Professor Olikoye Ransom Kuti, the Minister of Health under Babangida, yes, when he was called, because the way the military works or Babangida was not even the way the civilian does it today. They will first of all call the person. He will go to Dodam Barracks back there in Ikoyi. They will tell you, you will be appointed. It's not just that you will just hear your name out. No, they will settle. And Olikoye Ransom Kuti's own was not different. And what the speaker, the last caller said was correct. He told Babangida that this is what I want. If I want free hand to work, if it is okay by you, and then they shook hands and then he go. So whether they will now eventually appoint him or not, fine. But lo and behold, the announcement came. Babangida appointed him, which means that Babangida had agreed to what Olikoye Ransom Kuti has stated, his condition. That's just the implication. But the good thing we must know out of that is that he did not resign. That's just what I want to correct. Olikoye Ransom Kuti did not resign. He was the only minister, forget about all the military guys, Abacha and them. He was the only minister that was with Babangida from 85, from the beginning to the end. Babangida did not touch him. Yes, he did not touch him because he stood his ground from the get-go. I want to if you want to give me this job, I want free hands. No, I don't, nothing at all. If Babangida did not agree to it, he will not announce his name going forward. But he did, meaning he agreed. And he did not touch that man. If you count the multi-cabinet reshuffle, sometimes every month, every 3 months, Babangida was doing just shoveling and shoveling up and down. What does that mean? It means that those are people of integrity. And he did a fantastic job as health minister. The healthcare situation in Nigeria back then, as at 1992, it has plummeted. It has doomed. In fact, it has gone from 100 to 0. Because Professor Olikoye Ransom Kuti, in fact, this is not that discussion. I just want to put that record straight that this man did not resign. Babangida never had the guts to even, and he did so many things that we think that next morning Babangida is going to fire him. No, he didn't. I just want to set that record straight. But those are the type of people that we need. And when you juxtapose that with, say, for example, electricity in Nigeria today, again, what the heck is that minister of power doing there, for crying out loud? As Mr. Peter Obi will say, it is like taking a carpenter to be the pilot of a plane. If you enter that plane and you know that this guy who is going to fly this plane that you are about to enter is not a pilot. Is trained as something. So I mean, as a whatever, a technician or whatever, but not a pilot. Will you enter that plane? These are the things that we need to be rejecting from the get-go. When you appoint someone who is an accountant, who has worked in the federal ministry with the central bank, the deputy governor of the central bank, appointed him as Minister of Power, then we are joking. It's not like he's doing a technical work there in the area of financing. Then what people normally do in that area is that, okay, we need money. We need the money man here. We need the money guy who is going to help us bring the money. We need money. We need billions of dollars. And this is the guy who has the background that will help us get this money all over the world. We need him there. Though he is not the power guy. Then you will collaborate him with the real technical guy who is the minister. This guy will be doing his job to get the money for the technical guy to do his job. Why will you bring, and that is not the case. And even if it's the money guy, how much money has he been able to bring into the Nigerian power sector? Rather, Nigerians are paying more and getting nothing, getting darkness. How much money? Let's even assume that that is the reason why he was brought in, that he will use his capacity as a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to get money all over the world through financing and connection and network. They bring investors in on how much? How far? Nothing. The guy is only setting himself to become the governor of Oyo State. He's raking as much as he could right now. Raking, sending Nigeria to the oblivion, to further darkness. Setting himself up, raking and siphoning as much as he could now, just because to become the governor of Oyo State. Make no mistake about it. He's going to be the APC candidate in Oyo State. Yes. So he has no time for Nigeria at all. So Nigeria, forget about power. This one has no time for you guys. All his focus is to become the governor of Oyo State. And on top of that, he's raking as much as he could. The power sector in Nigeria, that is where the money is. They don't have any, they don't care. They just don't care. Sheer incompetence. Patronage. We have if you have a president who made such a pledge, such a monumental commitment, that if I don't give you power, I will not campaign. Don't elect me for second time. You will go for the best. That is where your skill, your negotiating power. All this one people are calling is a genius, is negotiate. Rubbish. Rubbish. You will use that to bring the best to the table. You will use that within Nigeria and outside Nigeria to bring the very best to the table. That is why we know yes, this man is smart. Oh, this one is not smart. Oh, this is crooked. This is evil. This is self-centered. This is manipulation. Don't even characterize it as being smart. We like deception so much. Call it what it is. It is not smartness. If you are smart, where is someone like Professor Naji doing? But because of patronage, he's a southeastern man. You cannot bring him. Look at his antecedent. These are the people. If you can't go and find people, go to the United States, Europe, all over the place. You will see Nigerians that come to North America. You will see Nigerians that will get the job done and no interference. That is why the comparison we made earlier with the late Professor Olikoye Ransom Kuti comes in here. A man that will tell you that I don't want any interference at all. I want to get the job done. And then you will say, you have it. I give you my word. But this is my timeline. These are the deliverables. These are the specificity of what I want delivered. And he will tell, yes, I will do it, but no interference of any kind, no political interference of any kind. And then a smart man will say, you have it, go ahead and do your work. Deal. You will both shake hands, and you will announce him as your minister of power. If that had been done, we will not be where we are today. We Nigerians will not be where we are, but sheer patronage, incompetency, that's the reason why Nigeria is where the country is today. What is that man, Adebayo, or whatever his name is, doing as a minister of power in Nigeria? Please, people, comprehend it. Tell us why. The only response is that it is the sign of a country that is not ready, not even close to being ready to deliver electricity to his own people. Not even close. That is why you see the incompetency is staggering, it's monumental. That is why when you listen to Wike, just look at him talking rubbish there. It's flowing through his mouth as if it's the Alpha and Omega. Everything he was saying there is that I am here. That's what I deduce. Everything was just talking as if it's the Alpha and Omega. I am here. I can do and undo. If you don't like it, go and jump into the Atlantic Ocean. That's all. That's what he was just saying there. He's not a good manager of anything. He can't even manage a five-man company. A company of five people. He can't manage it. Talk less of a city like Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. How do we know that? Look at the useless, stupid statement coming from a man pretending over the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. Just look at it. One, Wike said, how do you want us to pay salary when we have infrastructure? A lot of look, that says it all. That one, you will just know that this one is a no-brainer. This one just send him packing. Why will you embark on infrastructure at the expense of salaries and wages? Who does that? Let's bring it to the basic level. You can tell your workers in your office, I'm sorry, I can't pay your salary because I'm bringing in new equipment. So you people have to wait for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, no salary. Please bear with me because I'm bringing in new equipment. Just evaluate that. Tell your workers that so that they can go back home and tell their families, our company is bringing in new equipment. That's infrastructure. Our company is bringing, they are expanding the factory. They're expanding the production capacity. So please, tell your wife and your children that so there will be no, I won't get salary for the next 4, 5, 6 months. That is the rubbish Wike was saying. That's the rubbish as a manager. Just calling you are managers. When you are put in a position of authority, you are simply a manager. Forget about the title, minister this, secretary of this or that. Forget about it. You are a manager. In terms of infrastructure, you cannot sit down as a manager to evaluate. Why will you continue to bring people into the ministry when you know you don't have the capacity to pay salaries, but you want to embark on all the elephant projects for political purposes only? But people can go, people and their families can go to hell. They can go and die. They can go and their children will not go to school. They can do all sorts. And then at the end of the day, you will say there's corruption within the ministry. Why will I not be corruption? The people are coming to work. Well, ask them. They are showing up month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, no salaries. How did they get transport? Which money are they using to buy fuel? To buy petrol into their cars, and then they are coming. They are paying their children's school fees. That is where the corruption inside the ministry can never go. Go there just to get ordinary piece of document, a paper. You will pay. That's how they feed themselves and their family. But it will always get to a point where they can't take it anymore because it is not everybody that can manipulate and be in a position to get bribes within these ministries and agencies. That is what we are. That is that just. And then he said, you must obey the law, quote and unquote. Wike saying, you must obey the law. Please tell me, which law has Wike obeyed in Nigeria? The reason why I said he was talking as if he's the Alpha and the Omega. Which law has Wike obeyed in Nigeria? You must obey the law. Look at the hypocrisy. Just look at that. Political laws you don't obey. You flaunt it at will with reckless abandon. The simple electoral law says that campaign must be, we start when INEC announces the schedule or the date. But you've been campaigning all over the place. You are breaking the law of the land with impunity. Mr. Wike, you never obey any law, but you want people under you to obey the law. If you are true to yourself, why did you rush to the industrial court when people are asking, demanding for salary? Who does that? Which manager in his normal sense, in his right senses, will run to the industrial court? Because you have the courts in your pocket. And they quickly gave you judgment that people should enter house. They should not protest anymore. We have a long way to go in Nigeria. Serious one in that country. And the people that we have there so incompetent, people who have no business being where they have placed them. That is why the country is going nowhere. Nigeria is not moving forward. Nigeria cannot move. The way it stands right now, it cannot move forward. Your president, Mr. Tinubu, was just in Turkey. Signed multilateral agreement. A piece of paper, piece of crap. It's not going to bring anything to Nigeria. Just take it. Just take that one. Just take it to the bank. You are good to go. It's not going to bring anything to Nigeria. It's not going to add one employment. One. It's not going to add to Nigerian exports. Nothing. They're just globetrotting all over the world. I will just end on this. This election, this upcoming election, 2027, this electoral cycle, this campaign that we are about to enter into, will tell us how smart Nigerian politicians are, specifically now the opposition. Because you have all the bullets in your hands to use against this crooked, incompetent, patronage-focused government of Mr. Tinubu. You have it. We will know. A good opposition. You see that tax law, those tax laws that they pass, you will shred it into pieces. That alone, Mr. Tinubu will not come out to campaign. If I will know whether you people are smart. That tax laws alone, I'm waiting. I believe till now in Mr. Peter Obi's capacity to shred that tax laws into pieces, to decimate Mr. Tinubu, the entire APC, is enough for you. They have handed it over to you on a platter. You will open Nigerians. Their eyes will be open. Use that one alone. If you go to subsidy, they will tell you, all of you promise subsidy. Whatever you want to do, they will not agree with you, but they have handed this one to you on a platter, and we shall see. So, Mr. Elvis, let me leave it there. I really appreciate it.